folks, in this lesson we are learning Paper Machete by Queens of the Stone Age off their new album. We're in standard tuning, and for that main rhythm part, I've actually got 3 pedals on the go. So I'm starting with the skeleton key. I'm adding a slapback delay. Because it sounds like there's one on there. So we've got that going on. But there's 2 guitar parts, and I kind of want to emulate that. So I'm going to fatten it up with this booster preamp, the BP1W from Boss. This is a tremendous pedal, one of my favourite overdrives I think they've done. Helps the harmonic come out nicer. And I think that's pretty close. Now we're going to do the solo as well, and the solo tone, neck pickup, and I'm using the Vespa from B-Tronics, and I'm rolling back the tone on this sucker, right? And that's all I'm using, no other pedals, just the Vespa. And we have, you know, all that. You know, great stuff, isn't it? Anyway, before I get carried away, starts with a natural harmonic on a 9th fret. And it's staccato, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then you go into this. And then another staccato harmonic, right? Second time you're going to play. And another harmonic. All right, so let's stop there. This is kind of the main riff, but it does get tweaked ever so slightly throughout. The arrangement, as ever with Queens of the Stone Age, is quite interesting actually. Anyway, we have this. I'm not going to call out the notes, you've got the tab in front of you. So we have, I just want to make a note here. I go to the 11th fret here. Okay, so that's the first kind of 3 bars. But you could play, you could just go down 1 fret rather than down 1 fret and up 1 string. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. I've had a look at some live videos and I'm pretty sure that's what I see Josh doing. Okay? And I'm not doing power chords, I'm just using the 5 chords, right? Because I don't see them playing like the octave. I mean, they've got 3 guitars in the band, so if you're just playing on your own, then you could fatten it out a bit with that. Anyway, just some pointers. Back to it. Okay, second time. The next 2 times you play it, they're very simple, but it's got a slight variation. It goes like this. Like that, okay? So the kind of 3rd time then would be, and then you go round again. Okay, which is the same as the first time. So the 1st and the 4th time's the same. 3rd one. And you're going to see that again in the verse, okay? The next time, though, you're going to do the run up. Like that, okay? Same as what we did before, you just extend it rather than going to the... and then the last time, we go into a bar of 2/4. Okay, so you get the idea. Chorus part goes... like that, okay? So we start here. and then we go up a string, okay? So your right hand's going to have to move quite quickly with these chords, okay? Okay, so that's just twice round. Then we have... Stay on the 4th fret there. Then you go to the 7th fret. That's the 8th note, or the 4 and. You go down to the 4th fret. And it leads nicely back around. Like that. Sorry, it's 7 of them there, right? And then a rest. Then you're back in. Like that. That's 1 time round. Second time there's a variation where you go back to that again, okay? So that whole bit would be... like that, okay? The third time, you're going to do... bar 2/4 again, okay, before we go back into that chorus part. So that would be this slowly. Okay, and then back into the chorus. Exactly the same as before. And then we're into this little solo part. But there is a cool tone there. I think it might be like a whammy pedal octave and some maybe a bit of slapback and maybe a bit of reverb as well, actually. And a bit of gain. So there's quite a bit going on. If you want me to have a go at that tone, do comment below. I haven't had a chance. But here we go. And for this next part, I've actually combined 2 guitar parts. Troy's doing the... He's got a slide going on there. I think Josh is playing... So you could do that if you want. That's just on the 11th fret there. All I'm doing... I'm doing that. To try and get the best of both worlds, right? So for that you would do... And then... And you stop there, okay? Another little fill. Yeah, you got that going on. You could actually play... You could do that if you had an upper octave, but, you know... And then we have the same riff, but it's extended. Okay, then we got another little rhythm part. So that is... Pretty straightforward, I think. The only tricky bit is moving up quickly there. You're going to need to be able to do it that fast. And then you're going to go to the 12th fret, back on the low E, right? I think that's the trickiest part. So, good practice for the L5 chords. Now this next part, really difficult to hear what's happening, really. It's buried in the mix somewhat. But I think we have this. You got that going on, right? So we have 5, 5, 12, 7, 7. Okay, and then we go down to the 4th fret. Around Round again. Just a little variance in the fill there. Third time. And then the phrasing changes slightly because you're coming in just before the beat on the 4 and. And then we have... something along those lines. And then we go back into this intro part. Okay, I fluffed that up a bit there. But instead of doing the... you're just going to a... an actual chord. Rest, and then again. Then we've got the solo. I love this solo. I think it's brilliant. I'll play this in chunks, okay? I'll do 4 bars at a time so you can get a flavour of how it all links together. Starts like this. And then we've got that goes into the next part, okay? So first off, slowly. Pretty straightforward, just 8th notes. Then we have this. So a grace note slide, 11 to 13 on the D, and then that's a hammer on. And then 2 hammer-ons. And then the next bar starts with... so the whole run goes... it's great, isn't it? So you'd count 1, 2, 3... Okay, pretty straightforward. I think it goes... I think there's a slide up there. And then... little, I think half-step bend. And a rest. Then we go into this part. That's just 3 grace note slides, 12 to 4, you know. That's the next riff. How cool is that? Alright, so that is just those notes. Okay, so just slow it down until you get that rhythm into your head. Then we have 3, 4. Okay, so that's pretty cool too. You know, a little slide up there. So we have... and then 12th fret on the top E. Triplets now. Or you could do... or... maybe that's easier. Use your little finger. And your second finger for the slide. Watch this bit. It catches me out. Quicker there, isn't it? Because you've gone from triplets into just normal 16th notes. And then a slide up. Then we go to the 14th fret with this. Fluff that up, never mind. That's quick. Man, that's good. So we've got... now I'm just using my first finger there. Now I'm using my second and first to do that little slide. And then... okay, I'm not doing... you could do if you wanted. That's probably easier actually, but I think I hear a slide there, so I was going for that. And then we've got pull off, slide. And then a full step bend. So it's a full bend, release, pull off. Now coming off that, you go up to the 19th fret. You do that, right? So I think it's a half step bend first. And then 2 full step bends. And then we have this slide, I think from roughly about the 12th fret. I mean, it doesn't really matter, it's just more that you're doing something, you know, and then aiming for the 17th fret. Okay, that's the next 4 bars. So we have this. This rundown's called. So it's here, 17 and 19. And the next time you go down to the 14. Notice that I'm only using my 1st and 3rd finger for the rest of those. Okay, so slowly all the way through. And then you got 3 just 8th note staccato full bends on the 14th fret. But to speed, let me see if I can play it. 3, 4. And this is pretty much the end of the solo now, so we have this. Something like that. I think it goes. So to speed. There's something going on between this bit. Because it's held for longer. And then. So we're on the 11th fret here on the B. So good, isn't it? Sorry. Hitting the 11th fret there, not. So you've got to skip over a string for these. You could simplify like that if you wanted to. Back to our rhythm part again, we have. Again, we're going to go back into the chorus there. So you've got the tab. I'm not going to run through that again. That's the same chorus as before as well. Ends on. Okay, and then we're into this part. Another one of these. The 9th fret comes in a little bit earlier this time. Okay, comes in on the 2 and I think it is. Then we have. No, this is slightly different. You're not playing. You're not doing that. You're doing. Okay, so there's that 8th note's held, and then obviously that. Same as before. The next part, I think, is just Josh on his own, and you don't hear the slide, so you play. And then the slide comes in, right? So, you know, if you want, you can just do it like this. And then you're going to continue doing it, right? Like that. You basically do it 10 10 bars, I think, once the drums come in. And then you're going to end with... I'll play the last 2 times. And then you're done. You just slide down to the 9th fret. And that is it, folks. Hope you enjoyed that one. It's a great tune. See you again soon.